This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing. This is January 24th, 2022. We're located at 5400 Beeler Avenue, Beeler Avenue, in Woodland Hills, California. We're performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch ABS plastic mainline sewer cleanout on the right front corner of the house. There is a sewer popper. It's called a sewer popper. That little white piece fits down into the cleanout, which seals it, and in the event that it does back up, that white piece that's on the left-hand side of the cleanout will rise and let the water come out here and anything else that may be in the line rather than flooding in the house. And this is the front of the house. This is the right front corner and going out to the street. And this is the front driveway area going out to the street. We're going to zero out our camera monitor right at the opening of the cleanout so we get a good accurate reading. And we're going to insert our camera down into the line. We have ABS plastic pipe and fittings right here where the cleanout is, and then we have a pretty large offset where the tie-in starts at the vitreous clay. It wasn't aligned real great. May not have used proper couplings, holding back a little bit of water. We'll jump over that. Going to run out. And it looks like we transition here to what very well may be Orangeburg sewer piping from what we can see. And this is right in front of the cleanout. We're going to continue to run out. And Orangeburg sewer piping is very common in certain areas, especially around this area. Now we're underwater. It'll be very difficult to tell what's going on while we're underwater. We have some large humps and we have some debris right there. We're just going to continue to run down. And we do have Orangeburg piping. We're holding back some more water. And large root intrusions. We continue to run out. See if we can find our transition here to the lateral. We're holding back water again. See if we can jump this through this area. There we go. And now we're in plastic piping at 33 feet. We'll mark this area after. We got white PVC here. Joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Making a couple turns. And we're running out to the vitreous clay. And this is the 4-inch by 6-inch city lateral transition at about 58 feet. Going to just run down the lateral and take a look. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition, as does that joint. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well, as does that joint. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. There is a pretty large break right here in the vitreous clay lateral. This is in the street. We're going to locate this area and we're going to mark this area out. That's at 81 feet. We're just going to continue to push in. On our way back, we'll mark all these areas. Now we have another very, very large break in the vitreous clay. And again, this is in the street right before the turn to the city sewer. Then we make another drop, another turn, and that's the city sewer. So we're going to locate these areas and we're going to mark them out. We'll mark in the street with orange paint. We'll just put a dot of orange paint And then on the property we'll mark the driveway with red crayon. So we're going to pull back just a little bit. This is our city sewer connection, and there's some ripples in the vitreous clay, but I believe that's just in the makeup of the clay and the molding. And right there is where we have a very, very large break. Very large break right here. So we're going to pause. We're going to locate this area and mark this area out. Okay, we marked this area out with a dot of orange paint that is pretty close to the middle of the street and right in line with the large tree that is on the left-hand side of the driveway. There's a very large break, and you can see it's actually coming all the way around, and then it actually splits off from there on the right-hand side. You can see another crack off to your right at about the 3 o'clock area as we pull back. So that area is broken pretty badly and can collapse. If we get enough earth movement, it can collapse pretty easily. So we're going to pull back, and we're going to mark the other area out. And this is the other area where we have a very large break. You can see right as we go in, there's the face of the pipe that we're going in, and then about 2 inches inside that you've got another large crack that goes all the way around. So we're going to locate this area, and we're going to mark this area as well. We're going to pause for a moment. The other area was at about 7 feet deep in the middle of the street. So we're going to pause and mark this area. Okay, we marked this area out with a dot of orange paint. It is at 6 feet 8 inches deep. It is about 10 feet into the street from the curb. And that's where we have another large break in the vitreous clay lateral. And the vitreous clay lateral is the homeowner's responsibility all the way from their property line by the sidewalk to the city sewer tie-in connection in the middle of the street. Now we're going to pull back. These other joints appear to be in pretty fair condition. Joint appears to be in pretty fair condition there, as well as that joint. Then we transition back to our PVC. We're going to mark this area out, and this is the property line. This is a 4-inch to 6-inch city lateral transition. So we're just going to mark this area in the driveway. Going to pause for a moment. Okay, we located this area, and we actually marked it with orange paint right on the edge of the sidewalk. It is to the left of the large tree that is adjacent to the driveway. It's right on the left side of the tree. And it is at approximately 6 foot 1 inches deep, and this is where the 4 to 6 inch vitreous clay lateral begins, the transition. Now we're going to pull back, and we're going to take a look at the area, and we're going to mark the other area where the Orangeburg sewer piping ends, going out the driveway area. And that's it right there. So we're going to locate this area now and take a look. I'm going to pause again for one moment. Okay, we located this area and marked this area with red crayon in the driveway at 3 foot 1 inches deep. And we're going to continue to pull back from this point. Yeah, that obstruction in the Orangeburg sewer piping, it is a fiber piping made out of wood chips and rolled and compressed. And you see big humps in it right here on the right hand side. It just starts caving in, the roots start pushing against it, it starts collapsing, and just in pretty bad shape. There's some really large humps in the pipe and root intrusions as well. You're going to continue to pull back. Keep pulling back. And we're going to pull back all the way to the ABS plastic is where this line should be replaced from. Pull it from there so we get a good even joint, solid joint. Pause, we're going to locate this area real quick. Okay, we located this area at 2 foot 10 inches deep, just a couple feet in front of the mainline sewer cleanout. Marked it with an orange flag. We're going to continue. We're going to pull back out of our sewer cleanout. Here's where we mark the orange flag right there in relationship to the cleanout. It's only a couple feet away, 2 foot 10 inches deep. And then we mark areas in the driveway. We marked one area in the driveway where the Orangeburg stops. We're going to go ahead and finalize our video, and then we will give a written report with an estimate. That concludes our sewer inspection.